Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a happy new year to you all. Welcome to the first X1 race of 2022. It is, of course, the Extreme Racing League back for another epic year of action. I am Kenzie Retro, one of the commentators for the X1 division. And where would I be without my Sunday night partner in crime, the boss of the league himself, Mr. Cesar Lopez. Cesar, happy new year to you, my friend.
Happy New Year to you too, Kenzie. Welcome to Extreme Racing Leagues in 2022, and I'm excited for this new year to happen. It's going to be really interesting to see how it develops this whole new year. One more season to go in this year. Remember, it's going to be a shortened season next season, so we can make it to the release of the F1 2022 game, and then we're going to be having one more season that is going to be the first. No, it's going to be the first season of the new game. Well, I don't know if I can say the new game still.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yes, as you can see by this iconic circuit, we are at the Sao Paulo circuit here in Brazil. Round 17 of the championship. We've got a lot of cars out on track right now. So before we focus on somebody for their hot lap, let's go through the runners and riders for this evening. We have got Sasha Edgar making his return. Good to see him back. Dino is back as well. Mad Gank as well. And Frizz-D now. Used to be Frisbee, but now he's Frizz-D. He's changed that B to a D. Jacob Liam. Prudish Medal. Zola. XIX, that's Ledger. Waddington. Mon. Torpedo. JBL. Low. Hurricane. Ultimate. 2D is back as well. Trap Palos and Gabo as well. And a good evening to Jeebus John as well, watching from home. It is a 1:07.946 for JBL to kick off proceedings. First lap of qualifying. 1:07.943, 3 thousandths between Medal and JBL. That is tight. And a 1:08.255 for Dino, and Ultimate top of the timesheets. No big surprise there with a 1:07.489.
Yeah, and an interesting fact here is there are 7 races left, including this one for this season, for season number 5. And we just received the weather report. It's going to be 14% chance in qualifying of rain. I mean, and there's only 9% of chance of rain on the race. So it's pretty much going to be all dry, unless it gets very crazy with that 14%. It's not big enough to consider it's going to be rain, but who knows? It can change.
Absolutely. We have seen over the years how chaotic the weather can be at this track. 2003, a race I often go back to with how chaotic that race was. Only one compound of wet tires the FIA decided to bring for cost-cutting reasons. They only brought the intermediates to Brazil, and it was a very wet track. Not exactly a good combination, ladies and gentlemen.
Just because of cost reduction?
Yeah. They were trying to save costs back in 2003, but nevertheless, let's say there was a lot of chaos there. A number of drivers going off at this corner here with Trap Palos, who's just gone second with a 1:07.552. Curva do Sol, that's called. You had like Montoya, Pitsonia, even the great Michael Schumacher wasn't safe from the infamous turn 3. Yeah. So anyway, as you mentioned, we have got 7 races to go after tonight on the calendar. We are going to be heading to Australia next week, then Abu Dhabi, China, and then we've managed to somehow squeeze Russia back onto the calendar on the 5th and 6th of February, and then the 3 weeks after that, Imola, Portugal, and Saudi Arabia for the first time in the XRL. So we also had it's also the first time we're heading to Portimao and Imola in the XRL as well. So yeah, so we've got a lot to look forward to as we have 2 more months of season 5. We are, of course, as always, sponsored by the Driver 61 Sim Academy and C3D, who have been with us from day one, as well as CD Keys as well. And I've got a very tasty lineup of recommendations for in my recommendations of the week. Zola coming around the last corner now. Meanwhile, he comes across the line, a 1:08.271. That puts him 12th. It's an okay time, nothing overly spectacular. We're just waiting on Sasha, Edgar, Waddington, Torpedo, Lowe, and Tootie to get their lap times set. Edgar has invalidated. Waddington's just finished sector 1, so let's focus on him. While we're doing that, I've got the standings from our last race before the Christmas break. A very chaotic and, in a way, destructive Mexican Grand Prix. 17 drivers started, only 8 finished. FRT Liam, by 0.05 of a second, claiming his first X1 win. And I was honestly stunned at how he still managed to keep that win, with how close that was. That is one of the closest, if not the closest winning margin that we've ever had in X1.
I think it's pretty much the closest.
Yeah, and then you had Ollie rounding up the podium, so you had a Mercedes sandwiched in between 2 Aston Martins. Then you had JBL in 4th, Zola in 5th, Ultimate 6th, Vertex 7th, Low 8th, and your non-finishers, Starfish, Asda, Frisbee, Trap Polos, Gabo in his home race. That was gut-wrenching to see that happen. Hurricane, Jacob, British Medal, and Ledger as well. Waddington's just set his lap, 1:07.972. There's less than 3. There's about half a set. Let's see. From Gabo down to Waddington, there is less than 0.2 separating them. Absolutely staggering. So that was the race results from Mexico last time out.
Oh, I remember Gabo was having a great race. He was getting a chance to be the first Mexican to get into the podium in the Mexican GP on X1.
But it sadly wasn't to be. Torpedo, only a 1:09. That puts him 17th at the moment. Sasha and Tootie still to settle lap time. Low is just, snap of oversteer out of Jun Sao. It looks like he'll be, does he have any doubt? Well, he's coming back in. We'll get with Sasha for his hot lap shortly. So that was the race results. Sasha did get the fastest lap. He got pole position as well. And Frisbee, although he didn't finish, he did get the fastest lap outside the top 10, so I'm not sure what that'll mean as far as the point situation is concerned. But nevertheless, talking of the points, Frisbee has a 40-point lead at the top of the standings right now. Ultimate and Sasha in a heated battle for second place right now, with 127 for Ultimate and 123 for Sasha. Path doesn't look like he's coming back this season, which means he won't be defending his title, which means we could potentially be on course for a new X1 champion once again. Path with 99, Starfish with 80, Nath 73, Ollie 68, Hurricane 66, J60, Bull Beast 57. But let's ride on board with Sasha now for a lap around this iconic circuit. He is coming through the Senna S's right now. Let's see what he can pull out of the bag here. Keeping a very tight line on the exit of the Curva do Sol. And now through Desida del Lago. where we had that famous Mein Gott Muttersein moment between Vettel and Leclerc back in 2019. It's a very technical infield section here. You've got a lot of elevation changes. You've got tight corners as well. Now he's coming up towards the end of the second sector, about 55 miles an hour there for that tight right-hander, and now coming up to Jun Sao as Trap Paulos, top of the timesheets with a 107.411. What a lap time for Trap. What can Sasha do? He will be out with a point to prove here. He's got one corner to go, keeping a tight line to the pit wall. 107.113.
That's a great time for Sasha.
And Tootie, meanwhile, on his return, fifth with a 107.518. Yeah, Sasha is out with a point to prove he wants redemption after what happened in Mexico before the Christmas break. So it's just Lowe that is yet to set a lap time. And Vertex has informed us that Frisbee set that 107.7 on mediums, interestingly.
Oh, that's true.
So in the Constructors' Championship, meanwhile, you've got Alpine still at the top with 249 points, but McLaren closing that gap. You've got a three-way dance here for the Constructors' title now. Alpine 249, McLaren 233, and Mercedes 227. Not much in it. Effectively a race win between those top three. And a strong result for either McLaren or Mercedes could swing this championship in their favour heading into Australia next week. And then the rest of the constructors, you've got Alfa Romeo 197, Ferrari 149, Williams 133, Aston Martin 132, Haas 124, Red Bull 112, and AlphaTauri 78. So both Red Bull teams at the bottom of the standings. The interesting thing is that interesting to take into account is the fact that the AlphaTauri, former Toro Rosso team, they haven't exactly had the best track record in X1. They've often found themselves at the bottom of the constructors' standings since X1 started.
Toro Rosso, yeah, that's true. They have always been in the bottom.
Yeah.
We have had Mercedes, Haas, Alpine, Renault,
indeed,
leading the championships, right? But never have had
yes.
Red Bull and Ferrari, for example.
Red Bull, Haas, and Renault have won constructors' championships previously.
Oh, that's true.
In X1.
And Mercedes has, no?
I don't think Haas have won.
So it's been Red Bull first
Mercedes.
Year. What was first year? Red Bull, right?
No, that was season 2. Season 3 was Haas.
Season 1, which
I think that was Renault. I think.
No, season 1 was Williams with Pete Polini. I remember now.
So it was. It was. That was also the season that Waddington won the championship.
Yeah. So season 1 was Williams.
Season 1 was Williams. Season 2 was Red Bull. Season 3 was Haas.
Yeah.
And both season 2 and 3 had the drivers lineup of Bauer or Sack and Waddington as teammates. That was a very strong working partnership between those two. And then you had Renault last season.
4, yeah.
And now under a new name, Alpine could be looking at effectively back-to-back championships.
Ooh. That would be nice.
Indeed. About 2.5 minutes to go. Prudish Medal, Lowe, Dino, Zola, and Torpedo all in the drop zone at the moment. We'll lose the slowest 5 cars in this first part of qualifying. But yeah, there's definitely a lot to look forward to here in 2022. We of course have season 6 just around the corner, and then of course we have the new game coming out midway through the year as well. We of course we have our esports team for F1. We also have the iRacing team as well. We have in just I think it's next week or the week after that, but we do have a virtual 24 hours of Le Mans, which will no doubt be taking place on iRacing. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we have our iRacing esports team part of that.
Let me check real quick. Esports 2022 special events calendar. We have Daytona on January 21, 23 for the iRacing.
Okay, so that's so that'll be in 2 weeks' time, between the 21st and 23rd.
Where's Le Mans? Wait. Daytona, Bathurst, Daytona, Sebring, Nürburgring, Indy, Watkins Glen, Spa, Knoxville, Bristol, Bathurst, Petit Le Mans. There's no actual Le Mans racing, iRacing calendar. That's weird. Let me ask Jonah real quick. I'll let you know when I have the answer.
Okie doke.
Which simulator is this going to happen? I see the Max Verstappen is going to be racing, Montoya, Louis Deletraz, Alex Palou, James Baldwin. Who else I know from here? Nicholas Nielsen, Sergio Sete Camara.
That is a pretty tasty lineup, especially with the fact you've got Max Verstappen in that lineup as well. Anyway, checkered flag
Fernando
is out
Alonso.
here. Alonso, nice.
Be racing, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's but yeah, checkered flag is out here in Brazil, and there's so much chance to go through this. These so to get through. Well, that is great. That is great team play from Zola there. He's saying he sacrificed his chance to get through into Q2 to allow Gabo the chance with the toe. So that is great team play there from Zola. He'll be starting at the back. You've got Dino. So you've got Prudish Medal, Low, Torpedo, Dino, and Zola all out of Q1. So here we go. Let's just recap who is through into the second part of qualifying. You got Sasha, Edgar, Hurricane, Trap Paulos, Liam, Ultimate 2D, Gabo, Jacob, JBL, Waddington, Frisbee, Mad Gank, and Ledger, and Mon. So we've got 2 Mexican drivers inside in Q2, separated by 0.8 seconds. The entire field separated by 1.1 seconds. Prudish Medal, Low, Torpedo, Dino, and Zola all out of qualifying.
Oh, okay. This race is not like. Oh, I see now.
So the virtual Le Mans not.
It's by invitation only for drivers.
Ah, right.
It's by invitation for selected professional esports teams and WEC competitions drivers and the FIA. Vehicle damage will be set for 100% for every session, but I'm looking for in which sim is this going to be.
Yeah.
Mechanical failures in the server is set to on, which means cars can break down mid-race if they're pushed beyond the limit. Ooh. I suppose this is going to be iRacing because this is like the most.
So here we go into Q2 now. It is time to see how the strategies are going to play out. Because in this part of qualifying, for those that are new, those that make it into the top 10 shootout will start the race on the tyres they set their fastest lap on in this part of qualifying. Quite a few of them have gone for the mediums, others have gone for softs, interestingly. Now, you could theoretically do a one-stop round here. It would just be a lot of time management. So we'll see how it all plays out. Trap Paulos coming round. Doing sound now. There we go. Looks like we had a couple of technical issues on
Yep. Sorry.
Lopez's front, but we managed to fix them relatively quickly. Trap Paulos, 108.6 on mediums. That's a good time. And wow! How often do you see that on the timings? How often do you see that on the timing screens? Frisbee, he's currently top with a 107.000. 107 on the dot. How often do you see that?
That's crazy.
Safe to say there's been a lot of pace gained from these drivers over the Christmas break. They've had that mentality of no rest for the wicked. Jake is the ultimate, currently the fastest medium runner with a 108.296. That's 1.2. That's just under 1.3 seconds slower than the fastest soft runner. So I'm not sure if that's. I'm not sure if that's in relation to the delta, but we'll wait and see what the delta is between the softs and the mediums around this track. We've got Edgar coming round. The technical Excuse me. Oh, excuse me again. We've just been informed that Gabo he's lost it at the Decido del Lago, so Gabo's out.
Ooh.
That's a shame. That is a shame for Gabo. His controller died, and hello Zola. There's your 106. There's your 106. Frisbee's just pulled the rabbit out of the hat again.
Get in there, Red Bull. Ooh, Gabo's going to be starting P15. This is going to be a...
That's gonna be a mountain to climb if he's gonna have a shot of getting some points. Zola's message to Sasha, gotta get a move on. Oh boy. But yeah, Sasha, Liam, Waddington, JBL, and Tootie yet to settle lap time. Liam's just in the infield section, but he's invalidated, as has JBL. Can't see who's on a hot lap at the moment. A lot of the others will be on in laps, by the looks of it. So I've had this idea over the weekend, throwing this out to the chat and to the commentary team as well. Do you have any bold predictions for 2022 in the world of Formula One? Like any bold predictions that might happen during the season?
I would love Williams come back to the top positions. That would be fantastic.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's going to happen. I haven't lived or experienced a generation change on F1 yet. I started on 2018, so...
Right.
I'm not sure what to expect. Are there a lot of changes? Is it going to be... there's a budget limit, right?
Yes, there is the budget cap that got implemented in the 2021 season.
So I'm not sure if it's going to help the teams to be more equal.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, the budget cap as it stands is going to be $145 million. Well, actually, let's scratch that. It was $145 million last season, and it's been reduced to $140 million for this season, and next season it will be $135 million.
And there's Red Bull Yama with RV Yama with a bold prediction. Mazepin will score points. Bold prediction.
What sort of points?
That's too big, right? That's too big.
Yeah, what points specifically?
Penalty?
Championship points or penalty points? Because I actually saw something from WTF1 earlier in the week, and they were reacting to bold predictions that were made for the 2021 season, and somebody managed to get three of their three predictions correct, and those predictions being I'll see if I can find it quickly. WTF1, bear with me, folks. So they've definitely got it up. Yeah. Mazepin will get more penalty points than actual points, which ended up happening. Sainz will beat Leclerc over the course of the season. That ended up happening. And this last one, McLaren will win a race, but they will drop to 4th in the constructors' standings. And Matthew Gallagher from WTF1, all 3 of those predictions ended up happening. And he was just like, what? How has he done this? and then, first comment I saw, ask this man for the lottery numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Show us the almanac.
Yeah. Ah, yes, the sports almanac from Back to the Future. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that would effectively sort. That would sort all my troubles. I'd be able to get a decent place to live, get a studio built, and actually get some better equipment to use for doing this every week. And there you go, sorted.
Yeah, that will sort everyone's life, I believe. That will be great.
Yeah. Sasha, meanwhile, he's gone second with a 107.177. Edgar and Ultimate, Jacob, Ledger, Warrington, Hurricane, Trap Paulos, and Liam. That's your top 10 at the moment. You've got Mad Gank, Mon, JBL, and Tootie, who's just gone 5th with a 107.367. Everybody's best time, apart from Trap Paulos inside the top 10, has been on softs. Trap Paulos has set his best time on mediums. Frisbee now, he's going for a hot lap on mediums, interestingly. Let's see what he can do as he comes through the center S's now. And he's doesn't look like he's going for a lap at the moment, so let's see who else is on a lap. Ultimate's just come into the pits. Tootie's on a cooldown. Is Hurricane on a lap? I think he might be. Ultimate retires from the session. He feels he's safe getting into Q3, which means if he is, he'll be starting on the softs.
Only 4 drivers being knocked out this race because, well, this qualifying session because of Gabo crashing out.
Yeah, we'll be losing the slowest 4 drivers after Gabo's crash.
Warrington retired on P10. That's bold.
That's bold. Well, actually, I wouldn't say it's bold. I'd say that's more strategical. It's not the first time we've seen him do that in X1. If he's on the verge of being eliminated in the top 10, he thinks may as well DNF and start outside the top 10, meaning fresh choice of tire.
That's true.
And is that going to happen? Liam needs 6/10, and he does! A 107.095! And that's Waddington out. That is Waddington out of qualifying.
Sasha retiring. Waddington, right where he wants. P11. The free tire choice.
Absolutely.
He has the option now.
Yeah, Tootie's retired as well. That's brave, given his position right now, currently 6th. Waddington saying he didn't have enough time to go again, only fueled up for 1 run. It's understandable. Understandable, but on the plus note, you do have fresh. On a plus note, Watto, you do have fresh choice of tire. Now this is interesting. I've just seen the McLarens giving each other a tow. Hurricane getting the tow from Frisbee.
Yeah, that is great help from teammates. Remember, you can only do that if you are teammates. You cannot give a tow to any other driver.
It is, yes, that is written in the rule books.
You can only do it with your teammates.
Otherwise you risk penalties and, worst case scenario, a disqualification if it ends up being persistent. I mean, Frisbee knows he's safe. Checkered flag is out now. He knows he's safe whatever happens, but he will be starting on soft. He will be starting on soft tires.
Oh, give me one
Hurricane.
second. Let's go out.
Yeah.
Tip at me.
Yeah. Hurricane's lost a lot of time. What on earth happened there? Nevertheless, it looks like he is safe. Here comes Mad Gank. He's 6/10 up. Could he knock Ledger out of qualifying? Hurricane's retired. Is he safe? Mad Gank is out.
Oof.
700s. And JBL is invalidated as well. So it's Waddington, Mad Gank, Mon, JBL, and Gabo who are all out. Which means Frisbee, Liam, Sasha, Edgar, Ultimate, 2D, Trap Paulos, Hurricane, Jacob, and Ledger all through into the top 10 shootout.
That is that is going to be a very interesting start with those guys on the second section of the qualifying.
Yeah, especially with how tight the midfield is, because you've got Liam down to Waddington, separated by only half a second. The crucial thing to take into account here is that everyone inside the top 10 is going to be starting on mediums, on softs, sorry. That's Frisbee, Liam, Edgar, Ultimate, 2D, Trap Paulos, Hurricane, Jacob, and Ledger. Frisbee, the only driver to get inside the 106s at the moment. So here we go. And you can actually see it has clouded over quite a fair bit. Could we see some rain towards the end of qualifying?
That will be nice. for the fans, not for the drivers. I love this speed exit. It's really, really cool. One of my favorite speed exits from.
Yeah, it can be challenging at times as well.
Yeah.
Waddington a little bit gutted that he missed out by 1,000th of a second. I mean, look, trust me, Watto, I would be as well. So in terms of the bold predictions that I brought up earlier, my bold prediction is going to be George Russell getting a Grand Slam in his first race.
First race?
Yeah, pole position, leading from lights to flag, race win, and fastest lap. He's going to get it in the first. He's going to get it at the first race of the season. That's my bold prediction.
Oh.
I've seen somebody say that he might get that Grand Slam at Silverstone.
Oh, that would be great for him.
I mean, what a roar from the crowd if that were to happen.
Yeah. If something like that happens, people will start forgetting about Lewis, even though he has 7 world championships, you know? They might start roaring for the new champion.
Yeah. And the ironic thing is, they were all behind Lewis at the start of his career.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, Frisbee coming round the last couple of corners now. What can he pull out of the bag? And he's invalidated. Is that going to invalidate his next lap? Yes, it is. It would have been a 107.1. brutal.
Just at the end. He invalidated it just at the end, right?
Right at the end, yeah, absolutely. It's going to invalidate it. It's going to cancel out his next lap as well. And that's tight. Trap Polos 107.332, 2D 107.323, Ultimate 107.251, Sasha 107.072, Liam with a 107.4. So that's your top 5. Both McLarens had invalidated. So this will be interesting to see how this shootout plays out. A strong result for Sasha here could see him potentially leapfrog Ultimate in the hunt for second place in the championship.
The championship's not yet been decided, right? Frisbee's not.
No, it's still anyone's game in the terms of the championship at the moment. It looked like Frisbee had invalidated again, so he might have to come in for fresh tyres. 107.1 for Jacob. That's a brilliant lap for him. Hurricane with 21.5, but that was just an exploratory lap. Here comes Edgar through Jun Sao. We'll see how it all plays out. And he gets a 107.310. That puts him 4th. 600, just under 600th behind his teammate Ledger. 107.5. Third time's the charm for Frisbee, and he's done it! 106.900.
Ultimate's on a fast lap. He's about to end it.
Pull out the bag. Oh, stays 3rd. But that's a great lap regardless. Frisbee is definitely out with a point to prove after missing out on points last time out in Mexico.
Oh, he was dominating in Mexico, I remember. But he crashed. Remember, Frisbee is a driver that he can completely dominate the track, but he makes too many mistakes, in my opinion. That are costly mistakes. For example, he crashed in Mexico. He crashed, I believe, in Singapore, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you said, he has the ability, he has the pace. It's just the lack of consistency in the midpoint of the season that's been letting him down at the moment.
Yeah, he could have been already a world champion probably. But he has made too many mistakes in crashing out on the race.
It's very true. So we've got Hurricane is on an in lap. Trapalos has just started his latest lap. What's he going to pull out of the bag here? He's 300ths up at the moment through the Cedar del Lago. Only car that's out on track at the moment. I mean, this is interesting. All I'm seeing here in on the timing screens is blue with hints of orange, green, and white. That's all I see as far as the colors are concerned. There's too much blue here.
Yeah, too much blue. They need to change that.
And Trapalos almost lost it through Jun Sao. Not what he would have wanted, and that has cost him his lap. Not what Trap would have wanted. But Edgar is out for one more shot at pole. It's only 6-10 separating the top 10 right now. It is anyone's guess what's going to happen here. Trap Paulo's 6-10 down. Don't think he's going to be getting it here on this occasion. The Trap Paulo's come in. Here we go. Edgar on his hot lap coming down. The DRS straight up to turn 4. 300s up. That's a good start. That's a good start there from Edgar. Ultimate's on a lap as well. As is Liam and Frisbee. This is going to be a very tense battle for pole position here. First pole position of 2022. Who's going to get it? Very smooth through Junsao there for Edgar. What can he pull out of the bag? Just a couple of corners to go now. DRS open. And across the line, it's a 107.083. What a time! He goes third. But hang on, don't discount Ultimate just yet. He's 2/10 up. He might get pole here. Can he pull it off, though? Round the last corner, what's he gonna do? 106.843! There's your benchmark. There's your benchmarks. There's your benchmark, says Ultimate. Let's see you top that, boys. And Sasha
Frisbee just started a new lap.
Yeah, so I'm focusing on Sasha at the moment. He is about to finish second sector. He's half a 10th up. He could get onto the front row here. There's about a minute and a half to go. He's 2/10 up. Sasha might steal it from Ultimate here. This is a great battle for pole here. 2 corners to go. There's the DRS, keeping a tight line on the run down to the finish line. What's he gonna do? Not quite. 106.923. It's not enough for Sasha. It is not enough for Sasha at the moment.
Frisbee is about to end sector 2.
What can he pull out of the bag here? He's got a bit of traffic ahead of him. He's a quarter of a second up. Liam retires from the session.
He's getting
He's getting a turn from Hurricane. How crucial is that gonna be? And Hurricane's got the DRS as well.
Oh, great team playing.
Unbelievable! A 106.559.
These guys from McLaren are amazing.
Frisbee will simply say, "Chop that, Danger Mouse."
This is a team.
Absolutely incredible. Checkered flag is going to be coming out very shortly. There it is. Checkered flag is out. Sasha's in the pit. He'll be starting third at best. Realistically, only Ultimate can stop Frisbee from having his moment of glory. Trap Powers has spun it at Junsao, so that's his lap done and dusted. Ultimate needs to make 3/10. He's not good enough at the moment.
No, that toe at the end was crazy, man.
That toe was crucial for Frisbee. I don't think Ultimate's got enough in the tank. Is he gonna get it? No, it's a 106.7. Frisbee secures the first pole position of 2022.
So saying it. What the fuck? I'm finding a
And
new
a,
game to play.
and a celebration donut there from Frisbee just for good measure. Absolutely. He is over the moon after that.
Uh, I wouldn't do
Oh,
that.
he's going for another one. Of course, making sure he has plenty of clear space on the track, making sure there's no cars in the way.
Oh
But yeah,
yes, yes, yes. He
he
made
will
it.
be elated with that time. I mean, massive kudos to Hurricane. No, he starts P5.
Hurricane doing the Checo's job here. Great teamwork. Oh, this is amazing, man.
It's like
I would love to
absolutely
see more
staggering.
more of these on Real F1.
Oh, definitely. And we could see plenty of that next season.
Hopefully.
Best teammate in all of XRL. That's a bold statement, Frisbee. But here we go. Frisbee, Ultimate, Sasha, Edgar, Hurricane, Jacob, 2D, Trap Paulos, Liam, and Ledger. That's your top 10 for the race. Well, that's your top 10 for Q3. That's the starting order for the race. So we're going to be having a short break now, which means only one thing for the first time in 2022. Time to get a word from our sponsors.
Are you looking for a more realistic F1 feel in your sim racing? ANSI 3D is the solution for you. ANSI 3D is a 3D printing company based in the United States. We sell F1 style wheels for Logitech G29, G920, and the G923 wheel set with all wheels including high quality real suede fabric on the handles for maximum comfort. All wheels can be fully customized by picking your own colors for the handles and buttons. Also, you get to select a free logo of your choice to be printed on your wheel. We also have all Formula One 3D printed tracks available for sale on our website. For more information or to place your order now, log on to our website at www.ansi3d.com. That's ANSE3D.com. Don't delay, check us out today.
one game I've been putting a bit of time into to like get the rest of the achievements for it is Hitman 3. So I've actually got all 3 games in the World of Assassination trilogy. The Hitman game from I've got the Game of the Year edition for Hitman 1 in 2017, which includes the Patient Zero campaign. You've also got three themed escalation contracts, new outfits, new weapons, and all the missions that are included in that game. Then we've also got right now it's showing the percentage. The discount you can get on it is 76% off for the Hitman Game of the Year edition. I've also got Hitman 2 Gold Edition, 76% off, which gives you the Executive Pack, the base game, and 2 expansion packs as well. And as I mentioned, Hitman 3 at 53% off, which includes the Deluxe Pack, the Trinity Pack, Mendoza, Dubai, alongside a couple of other things as well, including the director's commentary for the intro of some of the missions. But anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let's head back to trackside because the lights are about to go out for the first time in 2022, and you guys know what that means. It is race time here in Brazil, and that is a fantastic start there from Hurricane Edgar. Didn't have the best start. Frisbee has just stormed away and just said, see you later. Ultimate keeping within touching distance of him, and there's a lot of carnage at the back. Jacob and Hurricane involved as well. Jacob's gone backwards. Not sure what happened there, but that's not the start that Hurricane or Jacob would have wanted. Ledger dropping a position to 2. He's dropping a couple of positions as well. There's a lot happening in the midfield. You've got Ledger and Gabba. Gabba already up into P9. How's he done that?
I'm not sure how he's done that, but it has happened. Oh, Mon almost lost it there. It was called
Mon
tires.
almost lost it, and Mon has lost a couple of positions. Yeah, that is the drawbacks of having having cold tires. But everybody has started on soft tires, interestingly. So there's not going to be much in the way of strategy change. It will all be about the undercut as we finish the first lap of 2022. Frisbee leads, Ultimate second, Sasha third, Edgar fourth, Liam fifth, Trav Paulo sixth, Warrington seventh, 2D8th, Ledger just getting up to ninth, and Gabbo rounding up the top 10. As I say that, Mad Gank, oh, look at this.
Look at
Almost
this.
3 wide, heading up through Desierto del Lago. That's not 3 wide, that is not going to fit. JBL trying to get out of Mad Gank. 3 wide was never going to fit.
And Mon has a front row view from these.
Yeah, he has a front row seat to all the action happening in front of him. Mad Gang gets ahead of JBL, but Mon is right on the back of this. He wants a piece of the action as well.
I think Mon and Brutish Metal are like, okay, these guys are going to hit themselves at any time, so I'm getting that position. This is just a matter of time.
Very true. We have seen a number of spectacular incidents at this track previously. So there are a couple that come to mind. Oh, and Mon ends up rear-ending Gabbo. Has that caused any damage to his front wing? He's not showing any damage at the moment, but he is going to have DRS. You've got a DRS train from Mad Gank all the way down to...
Oh, there it is. Oh.
And JBL's got spinning. Almost collects Mon in the process. He bided his time, but in the end he ended up losing positions instead of gaining some. Not what Mon would have wanted, but JBL I think JBL was worse off after that.
Let's watch that.
JBL has plummeted to the back of the field. So here we go. This is from the onboard view of Mon heading through Desierto del Lago. JBL had the DRS. Oh,
almost.
Big contact there. Big contact there between Mad Gank and JBL.
Yeah.
How neither sustained front wing damage is beyond me.
Low on British Metal fighting.
Yeah. You say, but neither having DRS on each other. That's interesting. British Metal, and there's Mad Gank. There's Mad Gank out of nowhere. He's managed to get ahead of Low into P12, but it's only the top 10 that score points here. Keep that in mind. It's only the top 10. Paros has gone spinning. Oh, that is brutal. He's gonna need to get moving at some point. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. That may have just ended Jacob's race because he's lost an end plate. Jacob has lost an end plate, so he'll need to come in. There's a lot of action happening at the back of the field that we haven't even given much time to those that are at the front. Waldo is into P6. He's not going to be able to get past Liam because Liam has the DRS on Edgar ahead. Sasha, meanwhile, Mad Gank's gone! Oh my word!
How? Oh, he crashed into the wall. Okay. Safety car.
That is unfortunate. There we go. Safety car is out. Yeah, Mad Gank out of the race, and a couple of the drivers had to take some huge avoiding action.
Bro, these middle players from the grid, I don't know how to say it. It's crazy, the racing. It's been good. The racing has been good. It's not been really that bad, you know. But they're really close to contact.
There we go. And oh my word, Mad Gank's car is. Oh my word, I was just on board with Jacob. Mad Gank's car was right in the middle of the road.
Yeah, it was right in the middle.
So that explains the avoiding action that a couple of the drivers had to take. And Ultimate, Ledger, British Metal, and Mon all electing to come in to change their tyres. JBL's done the same.
A free pit stop, I would have done the same.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call it a free pit stop because they have dropped a lot of positions.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Mon interestingly going for hards.
Ooh.
To possibly try and get to the end?
I'm not sure if hards are the big goal here. Oh.
And oh, hello, Edgar's gone. Edgar's gone spinning. What's happened to him?
I'm not sure. Look at the replay.
Oh my word! What the heck?
What?
That just happened?
What happened?
Well, so I've clipped it on my end. I'll see if I can try and get it sent to you. But for some bizarre reason, Edgar just phased through the track into the center of the earth.
Oh, Gabo is disconnected. Let me invite. Looks like he's disconnected.
Yeah, we've had a couple of disconnections. Well, not much has changed as far as Codemasters is concerned. They still have a broken lobby.
You meant game, right? A broken game.
A broken game, yes. They still have a broken game, yes. They still have a broken game. Some things never change. Right, there we go. That's the invite sent out. Edgar looked like he had a 5-second penalty for collision with Liam. He served it, and he's got a fresh set of softs on. He'll need to do a 2-stop. He'll need to change. He'll need to make another pit stop because remember, you have to use two different compounds for during the race. Otherwise, you risk disqualification unless it rains at any point, and then that rule that two compound rule goes out the window. Well, in the grand scheme of things, Ultimate, he didn't actually lose that many positions in the grand scheme of things. He was up as high as 3rd at one point, but now he's only dropped down to P9.
And the Ferraris are going to stop. They will have to stop. They're going to lose a lot of time there.
Very true. Here we go. Safety car in this lap.
Safety car in.
Let's just recap the order before we head on to the restart. Frisbee, Sasha, Liam, Waddington, 2D, Gabo, Dino, Low, Hurricane, and Low, Ultimate, and Hurricane. That's your top 10. Frisbee's already dropped the hammer. But was it too early?
Sasha.
Was it too early? Here comes Sasha. This is an opportunity to get the lead. How crucial is this going to be for his hunt for the championship? Still side by side. Has to yield, but he might have another run heading up to Destino del Lago. Mod's gone. Mod's gone spinning through the center S's. Frisbee defending for all his worth.
Oh,
almost off the track. Sasha with the inside line. Is he going to get position? Still side by side. You can't split these two right now. They're banging. They're touching wheels. There is no separating these two at the moment. Frisbee has a slightly more ERS than Sasha does, but these two are still side by side. There's nothing separating them at the moment. This is brilliant racing here between these two.
Look at this racing, man. It's incredible how these guys don't dodge themselves. Well, don't hit, they didn't collide.
Absolutely. Absolutely couldn't agree more with that statement. Zola and Dino battling for those last 2 points paying positions right now. But there's no DRS until the next lap.
Ryan Hurricane.
Oh, that's not what McLaren wanted. And that's on the exit of the center S's. Ultimate, meanwhile, he's a man on a mission. He's already back up into P6. So he is now de facto race leader. Beat that P5 now that he's got ahead of Waddington.
Not yet.
Well, not yet anyway.
Waddington saying, hey, Kenzie, wait a little bit.
Ledger with a 3-second penalty for track limits. We're gonna have a bit of a DRS train on our hands here from Frisbee all the way down to Gabo, and then you've got another DRS train from Zola down to Ledger. DRS enabled. Sasha takes the lead of the race. Frisbee's in. How far down the field is he going to drop? He's down to P15. Is his teammate going to get past him now? No, his teammate comes in. So Ultimate, this race as it stands has played into his hands. And everyone, practically everybody around him is yet to stop. Onto lap 10 already. There's one thing we know this track can deliver. It's excitement, chaos, carnage, and a whole lot of drama in between. There we go. There is Ultimate right on the back of this Fab 4. Sasha, Liam, 2D, Waddington. Are any of them going to come into the pits? No, they all elect to stay out. Liam, meanwhile, he's got DRS on Sasha. Doesn't need the ERS into the center S's, but Sasha parks the car beautifully and keeps Liam behind. But this could work in Liam's favor. There he goes. There's the ERS, there's the DRS, nothing Sasha can do about it, and Liam takes the lead, says thank you very much, I'll have a bit of that!
Oh, Sasha never takes it.
And Liam goes wide through Desina Delago and Sasha back into the lead! Absolutely incredible. There's Tootie, oh my word! Tootie trying to force his way past Liam. Is he going to make it stick? Ultimate still trying to get past Waddington, but Gabbo's joined in on the fray as well.
Look at this
There's
fight. Look at this.
There is so much happening here. This is why fans and drivers love Brazil as much as they do.
This is crazy, man.
Tell me about it. Not quite close enough on this occasion for Liam to get ahead of Sasha. Here we go. He's got ERS and he's got DRS. He might have a look this time and oh! Oh, Sasha, that was poor. That was poor. He moved over far too late. So here we go. So that's 2D's on board. So that's 2D's onboard view. That's Watto's.
Oh,
there we go.
Actually, Sasha didn't move. He went back to the racing line.
He went back to the racing line, which he was entitled to do.
Look, let's look again. Look how Liam moves to the left and then right, but Sasha keeps his like he's moving to the racing.
So there we go. So Sasha was on the left the entire time. And then moves over. Liam looks like he was caught unsighted. And Liam So that is definitely going to be one for the stewards to investigate.
Oof, it's going to be tricky.
Yeah, definitely going to be one for the stewards to investigate. So meanwhile, back at the front, this is very tasty. With Liam out of the equation, Ultimate has one less driver to worry about. He's trying to get ahead of Gabbo. But Gabbo has the inside line here.
Now, Ultimate, he's getting too much wear into those medium tires by now.
Yeah, he's being affected by he's being affected by the dirty air as well. So that's why he's not able to get past as quickly as he would like. Here we go. Up front. Here we go. 2D, DRS, and ERS on Sasha. That's for the lead. Clean as a whistle. And 2D says, thank you very much. I'll have a bit of that.
There's DRS for everybody in track right now.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Ultimate gets himself ahead of Gabbo. And now he's going to have DRS on Waddington. But Sasha, he's going to try and get the lead back. Heading into Desina Delago. He breaks a little bit later. And Sasha back into the lead. What a battle this is for the lead.
What a race.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, here comes Ultimate trying to get ahead of Waddington for third place. Ultimate has to go a little bit wider on the exit. Still side by side. Can he make the move stick? Is it for keeps? I think it is. Watto not giving up just yet, but he might just have to yield on this occasion. Ultimate now into third.
I get this.
Oh, this is absolutely incredible to see. The drivers are burning all their ERS just to try and get ahead. And there we go. Sasha and 2D into the pits. Is Watto going to follow suit? No, he's not. Watto stays out, interestingly.
Gabbo and Waddington just decide to stay out.
Yeah. So that's interesting. 15 laps on those soft tires. Can you get to the mediums? Can you get the mediums to the end from here?
Where is Frisbee compared to Ultimate? He's 11 seconds behind. So it's pitting on the safety car worked for him.
Yeah, it has definitely worked in Ultimate's favor. Okay, doke. So as you can see on your screens now, the positions gained and lost. Warrington up 9 places off the start. British Medal up 11. Gabo up 12. Zola up 10. And there's yellow flags there, and that is for Mon, unfortunately. Warrington and Gabo still elected to stay out. That is interesting. Why have they done that? Gabo, meanwhile, trying to get ahead of Warrington into second place. Liam's in the pits again. Not what he would have wanted. But Gabo with DRS. But so does Watto. Yes, Agent, it is equal cars. It is equal cars. This is all down to the driver's ability. That's Gabo up into P2 now. And who knows what's going to happen from here. Warrington finally coming into the pits. 16 laps on those softs. Very well played from him. Was it 20 laps on mediums? Is it doable? Can be touch and go if Ultimate can get those mediums to last to the end. I can't see it happening though. So I can't see Ultimate getting those mediums to the end. And there we go, Gabo in the pits. 17 laps. If he can, let's say, torpedo, that's brave. He's managed to get those tyres to last half the race distance. So he should be able to get the mediums to the end. If he were to come in at the end of this lap.
Now, Frisbee is now 9.8 seconds behind Ultimate.
And the crucial thing is, his tyres are 4 laps fresher than Ultimate's.
Yes, so this might, if there's another safety car, Ultimate might be in trouble.
Yes, but he might be in trouble without that safety car as well, because
That's true.
Because he pitted on lap 7 for those mediums. I can't see those mediums lasting 30 laps. Trap Paulus, meanwhile, trying to get himself ahead of Ledger into P5. Nothing coming of it. But he will have the DRS headed through to Cedar del Lago. And Ledger's in trouble here because he doesn't have the DRS on Frisbee ahead of him. Nothing comes of it. And there we go, Torpedo in. He's managed to do half the race on those softs. And is it going to be mediums? Yes, it is. He'll be going to the end on those mediums. Safety car pending, of course. We'll see how it all plays out. We're on lap 20 now of 36. Ultimate leading by nearly 6 seconds from Edgar. In second, Prudish Medal third, Frisbee fourth, Ledger fifth, Chapalo sixth, Sasha seventh, 2D eighth, Gabo ninth, and Waddington rounding up the top 10. This sort of result here is just what Ultimate needs to get himself right back into the hunt for the championship. There's 25 points for a win. Frisbee only getting 12 at the moment, so that gap will be cut by 13 points heading into Australia next time out. Oh, and this is crucial. Look at the leader's gap. Yeah, there we go. 9.5 seconds. 9.2 now. Frisbee is within half a second of Prudish Meadow. He's going to have the DRS heading down this main straight, and I don't think there is much Prudish Meadow will be able to do about this. There it is. There's the DRS. Can Prudish Meadow hold position? He'll need to break a lot later than Frisbee to be able to keep third place, but it's not happening. Frisbee storms through into P3. He is chasing that race win down to keep that, to potentially extend his lead at the top of the championship. The gap now down to 8.2. He took a second out of the last lap, half lap, and I don't think Frisbee's done yet. Gabo and Tudi, meanwhile, battling over 8th and 9th place. They've got Sasha ahead of them. A bit of a twitch of oversteer there from Gabo, putting the power down a bit too much on the exit of that corner, costing him a little bit of time. Nothing coming of it as of yet, but look at this. There we go. Edgar's in the pits. Now Frisbee has nothing but clear air ahead of him. Now he can start hunting Ultimate down. 7.3 seconds, that's the gap. And crucially, Ultimate has a penalty as well. So how crucial is that gonna be? Yeah, Frisbee only needs to make up 4 seconds on Ultimate, and then he could just effectively sit behind Ultimate in that 3-second window to take the win on penalty count back. But I don't think that's Frisbee's mentality. He'll want that win. He'll want to be the first one to cross that line. He'll be the one. He wants it on track. He wants to see the checkered flag first. Gap's down to 6.8. Yeah, here we go. There he goes. Oh, contact! Has that caused front wing damage on Gabo? And oh! I think they've both collided. Has that caused any damage on either car? So this is on board from Gabo. There's the DRS. Gabo tried to move a bit too late. There he goes. Oh! That's a real shame for Gabo. I say it doesn't look like he's got any damage. He's right. He's on the back of Sasha again. So I think he'll be breathing a huge sigh of relief. 2D meanwhile gets ahead of Ledger into 5th place. Frisbee's gap to Ultimate is now down to 6.3. It's not coming down as much as he would like at the moment. He'll be hoping to be able to close in the next few laps. Yeah, here we go. This is for 7th place. Sasha keeping Warrington behind. Ooh. And Gabo definitely wanting a piece of the action there. Warrington, he wants that position. Warrington and Sasha, they're still battling it out. What do you have to do to separate these guys? And Gabo, front row seat to all the action. And oh, that's a bold strategy call there. That's a bold strategy. Yeah, he's coming for the softs, and crucially, so is Ultimate. And there's Ultimate on 2D. Nothing 2D can do about that. One thing's for certain, folks. We are going to be in for a thrilling climax to this race. You got it off track. Yeah, that's a valid
Let me
valid
check
concern.
the replay real quick.
Yeah.
On turn 2, I believe it is, when he gets the position. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if it's taking it.
Right.
He's taking it out of
So this is, yeah, this is from on board. This is from on board Sasha's point of view. There we go. That's clean. So that corner, he does go a little bit wide, but was he ahead heading into the corner?
I believe yes, he was ahead.
So if he was ahead, then if he was ahead prior to the corner, then it's fair game.
Look. Okay.
So here we go.
He's slightly ahead, probably like.
Wanting to head into turn 1 there, and there it is, comfortably through, and Frisbee has just done a twofer just like that, and he's now into P5.
Wow.
He gets himself a twofer. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Gabo and Waddle, it looks like Gabo and Waddle made contact. Sasha having to take avoiding action.
We have the replay.
So there it is. So here it is. There we go. Warrington made contact with Gabo. That's what it was. That's the contact. And that's why Sasha had to take avoiding action.
Gabo turns too early, in my opinion. Turns to the right for...
Yeah, he turned it a bit too early, almost collecting Sasha in the process. And Frisbee, there he goes, fastest lap of the race. 1:08.643, only 2 seconds down on his qualifying time. Oh, that's interesting. Mon's got a 5-second penalty for ignoring blue flags.
Ignoring blue flags? That's weird.
Yeah, because you've got 2D and... See, there he goes. So I'm on board with Frisbee right now. There's Mon there. You've got 2D and Frisbee right behind them. And Tuni's gone spinning! Tuni's gone spinning! That Mon just cost him the race win!
That's really... And he unsafely
Oh! Oh! And that's caused damage to Sasha's car. That is... Oh...
That is not good.
That is very poor. That is very poor there.
That was not a good decision. That's going to be a huge
See, there you
penalty.
He was on the grass. He went spinning. He thought he had. It looks like he thought he had enough time to go back onto the track, and boom! There it is, right in the corner of the screen. Sasha losing an end plate. That is going to be very detrimental in Sasha's hunt for the championship. And ultimately, another 3-second penalty. But Frisbee has a 3-second penalty as well, so that could... So if anything, this could play into British Medal's hands, because he's clean as a whistle and so is Tony. Liam's out! And Kermit du Sol! No safety car, interestingly. Liam in the wall, nothing he can do. I am very surprised there's no safety car.
Yeah, that yellow has been there for a lot of time now.
Yeah, I am very surprised there wasn't a safety car there for that. No, yellow flag sector 2, I think. Is that Mon? Yes, it is. A lot of traffic he's going to have to let through.
Poor Sasha, man. He was having a great race. He got ruined by a unsafe rejoin.
I say that front wing change for Sasha may have just cost him. That may have ended any chance he had of getting the race win.
This might be British Medal's win.
Yeah. Has British Medal actually won a race? Come and think of it in X1.
X1, I'm not sure.
Don't think he has, because British Medal has just got himself ahead of Trap Palos into second place. They're going to be trying to get these tyres to the end of the race. Frisbee, meanwhile, is on a recovery drive. Here we go, 2D and British Medal battling over third place. But here we go, 2D has just got himself
Can that be
into
2D's
third.
Yeah.
This could be 2D's win here.
It's the battle for the win, 2D and British Medal.
Indeed it is, but look at the difference in the tyres. 17 laps for 2D and British Medal has 26.
Oh,
You could just about see that there's a lot of graining on Prudish's tyres. Mind you, 2Ds are starting to reach that point as well. So they're not much better. But as far as the lifespan is concerned, I say 2D's tyres are definitely a lot better in a lot better condition than Prudish's are.
yeah, if 2D gets a penalty, then British Medal wins. Unless if 2D doesn't get a penalty, he's going to get the win. I don't think
That's very true.
British can get him with those tires.
Yeah. Well, so 2D is in that 3-second window of Trap Paulos, but he needs to get within 6 seconds of ultimate. Otherwise, that's it.
He only needs 8 tenths right now. 9 tenths.
Well, actually, 2D now needs 1.7 seconds
No, for
to try and catch up.
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
For the race win.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Otherwise, it's Trap Paulos, right? Yeah, Trap Paulos is.
No,
Oh no.
nah, because he's got one less penalty than because he's got 3 seconds worth of penalties. So we're on to the penultimate lap now. Frisbee will be looking to try and gain as many places as he can. So that spin for Frisbee may have just cost him the race win earlier on.
Yeah, they're still pending the unsafe release.
The incident report,
unsafe
yes.
rejoin.
But this, regardless, has just played into Ultimate's hands, because he's going to be able to increase his gap over Sasha and cut the gap between himself and Frisbee in the hunt for that championship. Zola in. Zola will be looking to get the fastest lap of the race outside the top 10, because we have a bonus point for the fastest lap inside the top 10 and a bonus lap point for the fastest lap outside the top 10. And there's the DRS. Don't think Tudi's going to fight it too much. Nope, there he goes. Easy as that.
Yeah,
Despite
he's not going to find that. He has a 5-second time penalty, so
Yeah.
stay
Yeah, despite everything that happened previously, Ultimate hasn't really put a foot wrong all day.
That's true.
because he started on the front row and he's been there practically all race, and then pitting under the safety car has worked wonders for him. He is going to be he's going to be starting 2022 off the best way he possibly can. He comes round the last couple of corners now. Ultimate, round the last corner, wins the Brazilian Grand Prix after an emphatic drive. Trapalhões, 2.5 seconds. That's all there was between him. And Tootie jumps Frisbee for that last podium position. British medal 5th, Edgar 6th. But take a bow, Gabo, P7. What a bounce back after the heartbreak of Mexico. Jacob just gets ahead of Waddington into P8. Waddington P9, Ledger rounding up the points in the top 10. And Sasha had the fastest lap of the race, so he'll get the fastest lap outside the top 10. Fastest lap inside the top 10, it looks like it was Jacob with his 108.4.
This happened so fast. This race happened so fast. It finished so fast.
Yeah. Codemasters gives British medal driver of the day.
Yeah, he got, I believe, 13 positions or something like that.
Yeah, that's like what a drive there.
So Alpine aiming for the second constructors championship in the row.
They are definitely going to be aiming for that back to back.
Anthem. Okay.
Yes, time for the national anthem of Great Britain. Congratulations there to ultimate winner of tonight's Brazilian Grand Prix. Trapalhões and Tootie rounding up the podium there. So that was I say we definitely weren't short on drama at this track, and once again it delivered.
Yep.
So Trapalhões saying what a comeback. P2.
Yeah. 8 positions.
After starting P8. Yeah, but of course he was involved in a couple of incidents near the start. So there is that as well. So there we go. That's the first race of 2022 in the books. And we are definitely gonna be looking forward to seeing what this year has in store as we head to Australia in 7 days' time. Not much else to say apart from Caesar. Thanks once again, as always, for joining me on commentary. It's been an absolute pleasure, as always.
Thank you very much, Kenzie. As always, as every weekend we have an extra race. It's a pleasure being commentating with you. Thank you very much, everyone. Remember, we are coming back from the holidays, so we are going to have races pretty much every weekend until we finish the
absolutely.
the calendar.
Yeah, absolutely. And a big thanks, as always, to you guys for watching, from home. It is, without you guys, this really wouldn't be possible. But that being said, we are definitely looking forward to what's in store for 2022. We will be back in just over an hour's time for the X2 race round this track. And then we'll be back next week to do it all over again in Australia in 7 days' time. But until then, thanks for watching and good night.
Good night.